Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining today's masterclass. Today's masterclass will talk about how ShareChat is connecting Bharat and brands, and we will also share a few insightful success stories. Just a little housekeeping before we get started. If you have any questions, please feel free to type them out in the chat box on Zoom, and we will get back to you at the end of the class once we have spoken about a couple of our success stories and an introduction to Bharat. I would like to introduce our speakers for today, Seema Walia and Yogesh Keswani.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
And Seema is Director SMB at ShareChat, and Yogesh is Director Product. They're going to take you through today's masterclass. Over to you, Seema.
Hey, thank you so much, Anushka. Thank you for the lovely introduction and a very good morning to all of you. We welcome you to our Masterclass 10. It has been a very successful, series from our end because we love when all of you join here with us to gain knowledge about our, self-serve platform and ask us all questions. That is what keeps us growing and moving. We feel motivated at the end of every masterclass and look forward to the new one. Today's topic is very interesting. In the first half, in the first 10 to 15 minutes, I'll quickly take you through, what is a Bharat story all about, that all the brands keep talking about, that we need to connect to Bharat or we need to connect to tier 2, 3, 4 towns. So what is this story all about and why do we need this Bharat in our everyday lives? Then I'll take you to how Selfserve helps you, through a ShareChat. Selfserve helps you in connecting with this Bharat. Once I'm done with my piece, my esteemed colleague Yogesh would take you. He heads product for us and he really knows, the nuances behind how this product is successfully working and delivering, so much better with as compared to the entire competition. I'll hand over the reins to Yogesh as a second half of the presentation. Once he's done, then we'll come back to, both of us will come back towards the end and we'll take all the queries that you have. So yes, let's talk about connecting Bharat and brands and some insightful success stories. Anushka, if you could just help me with the slides. So guys, before we start off the presentation, I just want to leave you with a thought that today we are going to talk about, an app or a platform which is known as the, number one in vernacular social media apps. And if we were to, just talk about the strength of these, this app, I want to leave you with a number in your mind. That is that, 1 in every 4 internet users in India today use a ShareChat. So just remember this number when we are talking about, connecting you with Bharat, not with just any audience, but a very effective audience at that. So yes, introduction to Bharat, like I said, will give you some community insights. We'll tell you about couple of campaigns as we go. So, before we start with, anything else, I quickly want to take you through a couple of, numbers. And that is, all of us know that, we live in this beautiful country called India, or the Bharat as we call it. Our country has about 1,600 dialects. We have 780 mother tongues. Out of which 22, we have official languages. Imagine a country so vast and varied. It's like, number of European continents all coming together and forming one country. Now, if we were to look at how internet audience has, evolved in this country, look at the first 10% audience, the first 200, 250 million odd users. They were the ones, who were heavily exposed to the Western culture. They used to travel abroad. They were mostly, global citizens. Their preferred language was English, not only in terms of communication, but also in consumption of everything that they were doing. Either they were watching content or they were surfing on internet or they were doing some kind of a, print or a television media consumption. So what happened was that, initially when, the internet era happened and all these social media apps and other platforms entered our country, everything was curated for these audience, the apps or the platform which started in our country, were meant for this audience. The language, the kind of customizations they used to do, the filters that they use, everything was done by them. But this 10% of India, was very internet savvy, and outrightly they put out that English is what I prefer as a language. And then cut to 2000 onwards, when the internet boom happened, telecom really changed the map of our country. Then came the real boom in internet, and then the remaining 450 million new users came about, and that is what forms 90% of my Bharat users today. That is the real internet strength today, which is on internet every day and consuming the content. Now this 90% was very clear that, okay, I can really communicate well in English, I can handle my office, and I can handle my business communication. But when it comes to consumption, I would prefer my regional language any day. So they went on to they were very clear about it, that I need a site or an app or a platform which can help me consume the information or content, entertainment, news, anything you talk about. They said that, I want this information in my own language. I also need a platform which can handhold me to traverse through that site, because I am not very internet savvy. I am a very young internet user. I need a platform which is actually created for me and not just customized later for my use. So while everybody realized this, even the apps which came in India for the first 10% gradually realized and started customizing their content and their handles and their platform for this remaining 90%. This 90% was still very clear that we need something which is custom made for us, so which can handhold me and which can help me reach my end goal, reach my kind of a content very fast in my own language. They are very deeply rooted to the community. They prefer their vernaculars, and it's a very young internet age. So, the regional India or the vernacular Bharat that we're talking about, like I mentioned, that they're young digital users, their digital age is not more than 3 to 5 years. They form today the largest ecosystem of users. And the beauty about this user ecosystem is that they're largely untapped market. It's not only an untapped market, it is a market where the new customer acquisition is bound to happen. This is the market, this is the ecosystem with the highest potential today. And the coming slide would prove you how to do it and why it is so important for my business and your business to actually connect with this Bharat. So when we and this is something that we would like to use. We did this beautiful Bharat story. It is available online. You can download and access it. But when we were while we were doing this Bharat story, we did this survey, and when we spoke to first few people, first few hundred people, everyone said that, okay, Bharat means tier 2, 3, 4 towns. Bharat means somebody who's not very educated, not savvy, will not spend, they don't have the money. But no, when we did this survey, this amazing thing came about. And it was very clear that Bharat users, they are the new SCCA, they are the new SCCA category. In fact, the new NCCS survey, they are affluent, they are tech savvy, they don't hesitate before spending. In fact, while they make their choice, while they spend, and they have to make a choice, social media apps and the platforms remain their top choice for selecting anything. Whether they are buying for themselves, they are referring it to their family, friends, they have to make a decision for their office, whatever they are doing. Even if they're doing something for the community, they would first go to a social media platform or an app, see what is trending, see what is viral, see how it can fit into their lifestyle, and then make a choice. So their purchase decisions are completely influenced by internet. Today, they are buying and selling online. In fact, a very small example, if you want to look at it, look at the way COVID, the last 2 years changed our entire, buying and selling patterns. Uh, you know, uh, initially, I think it was only me and my siblings who were doing online purchases in our family. Today, my mother does entire thing on, online. Our vendors, are, completely taking and accepting currencies online. So entire ecosystem has changed for all of us. And social media remains the most preferred medium of the consumption or get buying decisions or consideration in the new Bharat. On this note, I would really recommend all of you to please download the Neo India report or the Bharat report that we have. And it would really help you understand, how not only this class of people, are influenced by social media, but are also the one today who have the highest potential to spend and are in fact spending to, because they have that aspiration. So for their aspirational lifestyle and everything, how they're actually spending the most in the market today. So what does the future look online for Bharat, and so if we look at it, we are expecting that about 950 million would be the total rural population. In fact, the numbers have increased only since the presentation was made, but that would be a total rural population. And if we were to take a calculated estimate by 2025, internet users in rural India would far surpass urban area. If you look at any of the apps today, if you look at any of the platforms today, everybody has realized, like right from giants like PNG or an Amazon or a Bracket or any other brand, everybody today wants to curate their platform, or change their platform for these users because they have realized this strength, So imagine, the real user lying among this 948 million rural population. So that was a Bharat story all about, and I'm just reiterating before getting into the numbers of ShareChat, how if you look at in fact the reports like Kantar, Kantar also highlights how social media has emerged as a primary influencer for market buying, making buying decisions for the Bharat India. And Bharat is not poor, it is not uneducated, it is not uninformed, it is not less evolved when it comes to making lifestyle choices. And today, for any brand, my brand or your brand, it has to be a win-win situation would only happen if we tap this Bharat. Now, you have understood, very, in precise words, I've told you what is this Bharat about. Now, why ShareChat or, why Moj, why we needed this kind of app to come about. When we were forming these apps, ShareChat and Moj, we were very clear about something, and we did a lot of research before this, that we said that we don't want to create an app for the 10% India and then later customize it to 90%. We would rather create something for the 90%, specifically catering to their needs. I don't want to customize it for them. I want to custom build it for them. So that is how ShareChat, and Moj happened. Today we have about, we have huge numbers to talk about. A lot of research has, gone into it when we were, making a product, and the numbers today speak for themselves. We have about 314 plus million active users. We have 250 billion video views. On a daily basis, on a monthly basis, we have a lot of user generated content being shared. We have about 40 plus billion content being shared. If you look at the retention time, everybody today realizes, you have to catch the user's attention, within first 2 minutes, otherwise they're gone. And if you especially look at, Gen Z, Gen Millennial, that we talk about, their attention span is lesser than any other generation that has been. But imagine that 31 minutes spent daily is a kind of attention time on our app. So yeah, again, I mean, this slide just proves the points, that I was stating out to you earlier. In understanding the, the purchasing propensity of our vernacular users or the Bharat users, I'll not go through entire all the numbers here, but I just want to highlight the middle one, which is 63% indulge in online shopping. Imagine that, instead of going to a brick and mortar store, they would any day like to go to a click and portal, get influenced by everything that they see online on social media apps, and also make direct purchases there. So yeah, again, I mean, remember the 948 million rural population that we were talking about. Now, if we talk about that number, again, India's digital monetizable population, which means that anybody who is probably, 15 years and above, I'll not even say 18, because 15 is a new adult when it comes to making choices today. The monetizable digital population by 2023 would be 400 million, out of which 85% is going to be driven by the vernacular markets. So now again, I cannot emphasize enough on the fact as to why we need regional content, new regional content every day to tap this 85% of the digital monetizable population. So, remember when we started and I said that, I'm here not only to give you a large number of audience, but my job here is to give you effective audience. There's a difference, because anyone can give you a mass, but very few apps today would give you an effective person to, who would want to, and who would connect with your brand on our platform. So when we look at our community, so first thing first, I would love to call this out in every masterclass that I do today, that we are not at all guilty about not having English as the language on our platform. We are in fact very proud of the fact that we have 15 languages to choose from, out of which top 5 languages are Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and Kannada. Now, let me take you to a very interesting, part of this slide. And if you were to look at the right bottom of the slide, there lies the effectiveness of my app. Now, imagine that 18 to 24 years is the age group where audience is either buying for themselves, or they're largely influencing family decisions. They are the college goers, they are our nieces, nephews, daughters, or the first jobbers. They are making decisions and heavily influencing others. 25 to 34, you are, firmly in your job, and you are on social media apps throughout the day. No time to step out in the markets. You are doing all your online purchases. All your media consumption is happening online. 35 to 44, again, when you're making very mature buying decisions, influencing others around you. So when you look at this, the percentages total, imagine now 95% of my audience, 95% of ShareChat Vasis today belong to this age group. So how effective that audience becomes, so when I quote you a number of 340 million plus, I am actually giving you 95% of the relevant audience. Either they're making mature decisions, they're making mid-level decisions, or they're influencing these decisions. Everybody of them is lying in this age group. We are slightly heavier in the skew toward the male audience, but that doesn't say that, we are doing any less for the females. West, our numbers lead in south, followed by west, north, and east. City-wise, we cover everything. Not only am I covering tier 2, 3, 4 towns, I also want to highlight one thing, and that is again, a question I'm often asked is, if you are reaching a tier 2, 3, 4 town, does it mean that I cannot come to you if I'm looking at, targeting a tier 1 city? That's a completely myth, my friends, because when we're talking of tier 1 towns, within tier 1, or the top 6 metros also lies the tier 2, 3, 4 population, and if you were to tap them, and any of the affluent sections, like I again said, that Bharat is also residing in a Delhi, a Bombay, or a Chennai. And if you were to target that affluent, spending, intelligent, evolved community within metros, or it could be tier 2, tier 3 towns, ShareChat and Moj is the relevant platform for you. So while we were forming, the platform was formed and everything, and we actually connected with a lot of advertisers in the market. We said that, there was a feedback which was given to us, and it was that, hey, we need something, wherein we can have the complete control of the dashboard. It's my money. So why don't I get to decide what to spend, when to spend, how much to spend? We took the feedback, and we were very proud of the fact that within this community, we were the first ones to actually not only formally launch a self-serve ads platform, but we have actually successfully completed almost 10 months of running it. Month we have seen, categories being added. We already have about 1600 plus advertisers on self-serve platform, advertisers across categories, be it fintech, gaming, international clients who have India subcontinent as a focus, edtech, e-commerce, you name it, smaller MSME clients who want to approach, the real Bharat, media and entertainment, FMCG automobile remains, one of our biggest focus, e-com, R-com. I can keep on naming the categories, clients across these categories have trusted us, formed their own dashboards, within our self-serve platform and completely controlling their business. What we do for you in return, we don't leave you. We don't say that you join here, and we will leave you. No, you form an account here on our platform, you join us, you become a ShareChat Vasi, and we have a backend team which would keep helping you. They'll handhold you. Probably initially once in week, then once in 15 days, once in a month, as and when your demand and your requirements are there. They'll completely handhold you through entire campaign. But the real decision to how much to spend and when to spend remain yours. Our team would be here with the relevant recommendations for a successful campaign. Okay, and with this, I come to the end of my part. If there are any questions related to Bharat or the advertisers or the kind of categories we have, would love to take it in the end. And at this note, I welcome Yogesh, who is our head product for self-serve. He has made an amazing product for us, and he's here to share some of the success stories. Over to you, Yogesh.
Thank you so much, Seema. Thank you for taking us through, the Bharat story. And I must say, you do a splendid job of delivering a masterclass. So yeah, I think, Seema just showcased some of the phenomenal numbers that we are really, really proud of. We have, just imagine 34 crore Indians use the platform every month, spending on an average 31 minutes daily, right? And, these are people who are posting their own content. We are really helping them, share their opinions, record their lives, and make meaningful connections, right? And all within the comfort of their native language. I am Yogesh. I am, along with my team, I'm leading the self-serve ads product. And, our job really is to help small and medium-sized businesses to leverage this unique reach that we have to achieve fast and sustainable growth. So I'll be taking you through some of our success stories on the platform. But yeah, so you can go to ads.sharechat.com, and you'll have complete control over your marketing dollars, your ad campaigns. You can set it up from scratch. If you need any help, you can reach out to us, and we'll be happy to guide you through it. Let's start with the first success story. This is one of the leading e-commerce platforms in India, which used our video ads for a campaign called Nai Shuruat, which was a huge success. They were able to reach really remote population in the country, all thanks to ShareChat and Moj with our phenomenal reach. So their campaign goal was to spread awareness about the most customer-centric online location where customers can find and learn about anything they want to buy online. They had large selection of products, low prices, dependable delivery, and a trustworthy e-commerce experience. So our ads team experimented with a range of solutions to reach audiences across the platform. The impact of roadblock ads was really massive. We leveraged video marketing for easy penetration into the multilingual user base. The brand also looked at click-to-play video ads to foster engagement with the audience, and they were able to convert the users into leads. It was the sponsored content ads and roadblock ads that really stole the show. And you can see the results where within a month, we were able to deliver 14.5 million impressions for them. And this was cut across languages, which really helped catapult this e-commerce brand to a very wide reach across the country. Yeah, let's move on to the next success story. This is a popular men's grooming brand which specializes in perfumes and deodorants. The brand was launched in 2005 and has been very popular with male consumers. And they wanted to promote a new deodorant range. This is where they came to us, and they wanted to launch a high impact campaign to drive awareness about their product across the length and breadth of the country, specifically targeting particular regions among young male consumers. With our power of the data and the information we have on our users, we were able to deliver very strong targeting for the age, gender, and location that they wanted, which in this case was the young male consumers. Yeah, the campaign was targeting some states in West, North, and East. We'll discuss that in subsequent slides. And they used our various properties. They used in-stream ads, interactive banners, and creator-led videos to deliver this campaign. We were able to deliver a great engagement throughout the campaign, and we ran the campaign for 4 weeks on ShareChat. So this is a snapshot of the regions that they were targeting. They were looking at Gujarat and Maharashtra in the west, specifically Nagpur, Mumbai, and Pune in Maharashtra. In north, the regions targeted were Delhi, NCR, and Uttar Pradesh. In the east, this was West Bengal. Within these geographies, they wanted to reach the young male population, and we were able to deliver this, creating awareness for the new brand and receiving a very high traction, as you can see from this data. So we reached a unique population of about 1.65 million, delivering 2.2 million impressions, which is 22 lakh impressions, with over 80% view-through rates, right? So that really indicates, how well the connect was with this audience, with a fantastic CTR of 0.4%. This was for the in-stream ads in particular. And if we go to the next slide, the other property that they used were the interactive ad banners. This is, again, through this property, they were able to deliver 3.3 million impressions to 2 million users on the platform, getting, a very strong click-through rate of 0.52%. So, this campaign was a huge success. We were able to deliver, contextual, relevant content, reaching out to, the brand's target of young male population within these geographies. And we were able to capture the customer's attention and leveraged our different ad formats to deliver, maximum impact. So yeah, this was basically, a successful campaign for the brand. There was value delivered to our audiences, and it was a great win for ShareChat Ads. These success stories really indicate the power of relevant campaigns to audiences, in the far reaches of the country. The power of ShareChat is that we can deliver these campaigns in a very contextual way, and this really helps brands grow beyond their traditional markets and get maximum return on their ad spends. Yeah, those are a couple of success stories that I wanted to share with you, and this is something that We have over 1,700 advertisers on the platform now, and we welcome you all to join the platform and become a business partner with us. The link is ads.sharechat.com. You can reach out to us in case of any queries, and we'll be happy to guide you and understand what you want to achieve with your campaigns and deliver it through different ad formats and customized solutions. Yeah, so that's all from me, and I'll open this up for questions now.
Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you, Seema. We would, I'll go through a few questions. And
prior to that, Anushka, I'm sorry to interject. Let me just quickly, invite everyone, to become a ShareChat Vasi with us. Please come, advertise your brand with us. We do amazing branding and performance campaigns for you. In fact, to start off, you can quickly scan the QR code that Anushka has specifically made for all of you for this masterclass today. Once you scan this QR code, immediately you get a wallet upload of rupees 500, which is completely yours. It's a welcome gift from our family to your business. Come and join the platform. And what you do is, you simply scan the QR code, sign up on the platform, 500 gets added in your wallet, and then you're ready to use this money once you upload your wallet. So, and there on also, like I said, that we would be there to handhold you through every step of the journey. What we would do is, for every wallet upload that you do from 5,000 onwards with us on the platform, you become eligible for a double credit offer from our end. That is, we love to, whatever you give me, I would love to give you back. So you give me 2 lakh rupees, I will give you 80% of that back in the form of ad credits. And I would also give you the remaining 20% back in the form of creative support. This also happened because of the feedback from all of you. We had a lot of business partners, who said that, we just don't want the money back, in form of ad credit. Why don't you give us some creative support, creatives which work beautifully for your platform, creatives which I can run exclusively on ShareChat and Merge and make my campaign a success story. We took the feedback, and we said that, okay, hey, this is what I can do. So what all you have to do is, spend, let's say, for example, like I said, hypothetically, you give me 2 lakh rupees, I give you 80% of it back in ad credits. I give you 20% of it in the form of creative credits. All you have to do is, you have to share your brief in detail with us, share your KPIs with us, the sales team, and the campaign management team would, along with the creative team, would set up a call for you, understand everything in detail, and churn out the creatives which work best for our platforms. So yes, we give you a very easy and a smooth sign-up process. We give you 500 as a welcome gift, and then we give you a double credit, a double credit bonus every time that you upload your wallet. The terms and conditions for that are available on our ShareChat Ads platform. Still, if you have any issues, any questions, feel free to reach out to us on the email ID that Yogesh mentioned earlier. And me and the team would love to get back to you with all the relevant answers. Thank you so much. That was, all from my end, Anushka. Let's open it up for the questions.
So we've got a question from an attendee, and the question is, do you all have the possibility in teenage targeting? So do we have anything, any feature with teenage targeting?
Yeah, I'll take that question. So yeah, we have, like I mentioned, we allow you to have a lot of targeting metrics for your campaigns, and you can customize on your own. So broadly, like I mentioned, age, gender, and location. Within age, you can select the range that you want to target. So let's say if you want to target teenagers, you can select the minimum and the maximum age that you want to target. And in fact, while setting up your campaigns, we'll indicatively show what is your estimated audience reach for that particular age targeting that you have selected. And along with, the other targeting metrics that you have selected. We'll give you an estimate of the audience that you are potentially going to reach with this campaign, and you'll be able to target, very accurately with your targeting criteria. I would also like to add that, while we have this capability for you to customize these criteria and categories for your targeting, we also have a very intelligent algorithm which learns as the campaigns are delivered and optimizes to deliver the best possible outcomes for you. We have invested extensively in our artificial intelligence and machine learning teams, and they are some of the best people from the best companies across the world, and they've delivered great data science strengths to really deliver high impact on your campaigns.
Superb. Thanks, Yogesh. I think this was super helpful. The next question we've got is, how do we set up a good ad budget, and what should we keep in mind while setting it up?
Yogesh, will you take that question up?
Yeah, so see, basically you have a certain marketing budget depending on your line of business. When you are setting up your campaign, you can share some of your details with our ad support teams, and they will be able to guide you based directly on your campaigns. But on a very broad note, the campaign delivery, you have complete control over it, and you can monitor it on a day-to-day basis and keep playing around with the budget and your ad bid to get the best possible results for you. The optimization that we run on the algorithms, it takes around 2 weeks, around 10 days to 14 days for the algorithms to learn and then deliver really optimized campaigns for you. And just from a very rule of thumb, the minimum budget that you should be spending on these campaigns would be to get around up to 2,000 to 5,000 clicks when the campaigns start optimizing. Let's say on an average bid of about 5 to 10 rupees per click on these campaigns. Your initial budget should be anywhere between 25,000 to 50,000 rupees, and then as you keep getting optimized results, you can fine tune your budget according to your business.
Great, thank you. So pertaining to our first question itself, we have a gaming platform for girls between 13 and 19. So what is the minimum age on the platform, and is it possible for us to place ads for this age range? So I think 13 to 19 is the gaming platform for girls that has been developed. Is it possible for us to place ads for this age range?
We do amazingly well in the gaming category, Anushka. In fact, most of our top advertisers, today belong to this category. I would let Yogesh answer the age group query, but as a category, I can assure you of, a very good branding and a performance campaign. We would love to be in touch with you. Please do write, send us your number and everything on the email, and someone from the sales team will quickly connect with you. And over to Yogesh for the targeting query.
I think the short answer is yes. You can target the age range and 13 to 19 girls and all of that. I don't have ready numbers on what is the size of audience in this cohort that we have, but yes, you can do that. Again, the other thing is, like I said, for a lot of people in this age group, young teenagers, a lot of the decisions are made by their parents. So in the past, we've seen a lot of people achieving good success with open targeting campaigns where the parents have received the ads and they have decided for their kids on whether they want to take up. But again, that varies from business to business. But yeah, short answer, you can do this targeting.
Great. We have another question. Do you all have database of religious or spiritual audience or group in Gujarati and from Mumbai?
That question is from Ashish Mishra.
Yeah.
I can see that. So, hey, Ashish, while we all talk about, going hyper local and targeting very niche groups, I would love to, in fact, do a one-to-one chat with you, and hear you while we connect. All I have to tell you is that, while you are starting the campaign on a platform, any of the campaign, any of the platforms for that matter, and specifically for ShareChat and Monch, we would urge you not to get into such niche targeting from the beginning, because what happens is the more targeting that you do, the more audience mapping that you would do in the initial stage of the campaign, the funnel becomes really, really narrow, and instead of, there are times, you think that you are going to reach very effective audience, but what happens is a lot of time the audience, the number get lost somewhere because you have applied too much of a targeting. So let's have a one-to-one chat on this. But yes, we can do pin code targeting. We can get into relevant groups. But our urge would be that if you are starting on the platform, like till the time the system learns about your product, and that those initial few months, don't get into too much of niche targeting, because the funnel gets really narrow and the results are not that effective for you.
Ashish, just to add to that, we, along with the demographic targeting of age, gender, location, we have something called behavioral targeting also. And on the basis of the content that the users consume, we have different behavioral categories as well, where you can target the users. And there is a category for religious / spiritual behaviors. Similarly, we have users interested in gaming, we have users interested in financial products, users interested in cricket, in Bollywood. So all of these, behavioral categories we have on the platform, and that is something that we can also target. And again, that is something that while we allow the advertisers to choose on their own as well, that is something we also pride our algorithms to narrow down on its own as well. So even with an open targeting, as your ad campaigns run and learn from the consumption, we can deliver that for you.
In fact, Anushka, that religion and astrology do extremely well for us in content terms also.
Okay. There's so much to learn at every masterclass. It's very insightful. I think we've got our last two questions for today. There's someone who's asked, which is the best ad format to use in order to get maximum impressions? So what do you experts have to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very happy that you want to deliver maximum impressions, but I'll also answer it from the point of view of maximum impact. And the trend for the last couple of years has been the short video format, which has the widest reach. The audiences really connect with it. You can leverage creators or some very it's super easy to create. We have a lot of easy ways to create interesting videos on the platform as well. And I think that's the strength where you get maximum impressions and maximum impact. Users are spending 31 minutes on the platform. Majority of this is consuming short videos on the platform, and that is the format that really works well across both ShareChat and Moj. And and we layer in the call to action very contextually on the video, so that the user experience is maintained, still delivering the impact for the advertisers.
All right, and over to our last question. I think we've spoken about it in our Q&A session already, but specifically, how much time should we give a campaign in order to let it optimize to its most?
Right. So I previously mentioned it varies from business to business. Typically, we want every campaign to get between 2,000 to 5,000 clicks on the campaigns. so that the campaigns, the algorithms can learn and then deliver. So in terms of number of days, depending on your budget, you can have that in the first 3 to 5 days as well, or you can spread it over 10 days to 14 days. But yeah, the idea is that that you should allow the campaigns to pick up at least 2,000 to 5,000 clicks, and after this, the results that will be delivered will be really optimized. And just to make it much more easier, so every campaign has a call to action, which every time a user clicks on it, that is read by us, the algorithms. So generally we deliver about one click at a range of 5 to 10 rupees. So 2,000 to 5,000 clicks will come around 25,000 rupees to 50,000 rupees, and you can choose to spread that between in the first 3 to 5 days, or you can spread it over 2 weeks.
Superb. Yeah. So I think we've reached the end of our session. In case you all have any more questions, or you'd like to know more about the platform, you could send in your queries to selfserve@sharechat.co. In the meanwhile, Seema and Yogesh, any last thoughts?
Very, just one small thought, thought, and that is, don't hesitate, and don't ever feel that, that this Bharat can wait, and this Bharat is not something that you need to approach now, because now is the time, and this number is only increasing, that whatever we spoke of, the 85% of spending population lying amongst those 485 million in rural, all those numbers are increasing every day, and they're increasing, with an increased, purchase propensity on an everyday basis. The aspirations are huge for people living in those towns. So please, utilize our platforms. Our platforms are custom built for that audience. I am not tweaking it for them. I have made it for them. Reach out to us, connect with me, and my team. We would internally, help you connect with teams like, the one headed by Yogesh and other campaign management teams. And we will see to it that you have a successful campaign, once you are aboard, because your success lies our success. So it has to be a win-win for all of us. That's it. Thank you so much for joining us today and being a very patient audience. Would love to see you all back connecting with us. Thank you, Anushka.
Yeah, just last words. Anushka, I think you can go back to that QR code. Yeah, so thank you for joining us. Like Seema mentioned, we have this promotion running right now that for every ad spend that you do, we give you 80% of it in additional promo credits. So if you spend 2 lakhs on the platform, we deliver ad inventory worth 3,60,000 to you. And you can also avail creative credits. We have a very good in-house team that can generate high impact creatives for you, whether it is videos or interactive banners or web cards. We can have that done in-house for you. So yeah, we welcome you to join the platform, and we like to discuss your business, understand your performance targets, and deliver those for you. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Thank you to our audience for being so patient and asking some amazing questions. And thank you to our speakers for removing the time and educating everyone on this at this masterclass. And with that, I'd like to end today's masterclass. And hopefully we can all work together soon. And looking forward to that. Thank you, guys.